No, it's not. It's Daniel Molina. They changed that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay. My sheet was wrong.
Oh,
Sorry
yeah.
about that, Paulo. You're not fighting tonight. All kinds of wacky crap. Taking you down Biscayne Boulevard here, one of the most famous streets in the world in downtown Miami, FLA. My former home, as is Sean O'Grady. Spent a little time down here. I could come back for a while.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful here. I love it.
All right, coming up next, we're going to take you to the Bang Bang division, the bantamweights. Daniel Molina of Miami will be taking on Detelin Dalakliev of Memphis. And let's get to our ring announcer, Mark Lichtenfeld.
Our next bout is in the bantamweight division. Our referee in charge is Frank Gentile. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner for the Memphis Force, wearing the purple with orange. He weighed in at 119.25 pounds, looking for his second World Series of Boxing victory this evening from Pleven, Bulgaria, the 2009 amateur world champion, 2004 Olympian, Detelin Dalakliev.
I tell you what, here's a guy who's a world champion and has struggled in WSB. 27-year-old Bulgarian Detelin Dalakliev, Sean.
Well, he struggled because he's 1-3 in the World Series of Boxing. It is a combine. You know, in the losses that he's had in the World Series of Boxing, he's been competitive. He's been right in there, just got edged out a little bit. You know, it's this style, this tempo and this pace of that 5 rounds. It is a very difficult for any accomplished amateur to come into this league and just walk over fighters.
And now from your Miami Gallos, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue with red. He weighed in at 118 pounds. Tonight, he makes his World Series of Boxing debut from Miami, Florida, the 2010 Florida Golden Gloves champion, Daniel La Avispa Molina.
He got in on the action right here at the end of the season. The Florida Golden Gloves champion, just turned 23, Daniel Molina. Been boxing 16 years. Why? Well, his personal coach is his dad, so I would imagine dad got him going at 7 years old. So anxious to see what he's got. He's got a tall order, though. He's going against a guy who could not have better international credentials than Dalakliev. So first time out, jump right in the deep end of the pool, young man.
Yeah, hey, get up there and learn how the World Series of Boxing goes head-to-head. Take a look at this. You know, they're pretty close matched up. 1 inch height advantage to Molina. He probably will not use that. He's only 18 years old, and he is an aggressive fighter. He's got a lot to prove, and he have a tough battle against somebody like Detelin Dalakliev. Love saying that name.
From Pleven, Bulgaria, there's Daniel Molina.
Have you ever been to Pleven?
I've been trying to get there, just can't get the bus ticket. Of course, Detelin Dalakliev, one of
Okay, fellas, you got your instructions.
There's final
in the dressing
instructions.
room.
Frank
Anything
Gentile.
below here, I'm going to call, okay? You have any questions here? Any questions here? Let's touch them up. Let's do it.
When I was talking to some of the European fighters that are here, and especially the Eastern Bloc countries that are here, I said, wait, what's the favorite part about doing the World Series? I said, I'm getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's just honesty.
Payday, yeah, payday.
Yeah, I'm getting paid to do this.
These kids, they turn pro because they need money. They need money for their families, for their also need money for their equipment. I mean, there's a lot that goes into this.
Molina come out showing some speed right off the bat, round number 1 here.
Something to prove.
Working the body there. Well, he'll get Dalaklev's attention real quick.
Yeah, but Dalakliev have been around the block before. He's fought many fighters like Daniel Molina before. Molina 37-4 in the amateurs. He knows what he's doing in the ring. 7 years old, but he's never been through this 5-round blistering pace of the World Series of Boxing.
With no headgear. Well, he really is putting on the
he's going right
firing him out there. And Dalakliev, Dalakliev will be patient.
Yeah, he's a very patient fighter. He very accurate with his punches. Dalakliev is.
Hard-working fighter, his coaches tell me. He's always in the gym working hard. Always in good shape. He's a big bantamweight. Tall.
Tall, yeah, tall.
See how long it takes him to figure out what to do here.
He's tall and he has a long reach, Dalakliev. You know, those punches, you know, I fought Danny Lopez. Lopez also had a long reach. His punches, I try to step away from his punches. They followed me all the way across the ring.
Those long arms will do that.
And that's what Dalakliev does.
Trying to cut off the ring now.
Look at this pressure. Look at this pressure. This pressure is so important in the World Series of Boxing. See what Dalakliev is doing? Oh, good cross. You can't get hurt with shots like that. But what he's
been
doing,
hit there a couple of times already.
He's forcing this young man, this kid, to fight. Keep the pressure. Make him punch. I'll tell you what, that fatigue just wears on you.
This is Dalakliev's 5th time out here in the World Series of Boxing. He won his first fight way back in November to Jose Diaz of Miami. But he's been against some tough customers, including Fernando Martinez twice, L.A., who's a great bantamweight, and then Braulio Avila, who just nobody can handle.
Just destroyed him. And he was so mad about that. Dalakliev, I saw him in the restaurant afterwards, and he was so mad at himself for losing that fight. And he didn't really lose that fight. It was Braulio who won the fight.
Exactly right. 40 seconds left, round number 1, scheduled for 5. This is our smallest division, the 118-pounders, bantamweight division. You see that harnessed energy that Daniel Molina was letting out in the first 30 seconds to a minute of this fight. Now it's kind of, Dalakliev settles through that. Now he's starting to come back, get his way. He's like you said, he's faced many fighters that come out like that. He's getting it more down to his pace. Final 10 seconds, round number 1.
Busy fighter is Molina. In that opening round, he should be in good shape. We hope he's in good shape to keep up this kind of attack throughout 5 rounds.
Okay, all we need to do is to relax. Now, you got it with a good punch, but what was the problem? That you hit it with the inside of your punch. If you're going to hit something, you got to hit with your knuckle. It's all knuckle. It's about hitting and hurt. You're hitting and you're wasting energy.
There's a teacher. And Angel Nazario, teacher. Speaking of teacher, and here is that.
We talk about what we've talked about Angel many times. You know, scoring and turning your punches over. You know that transition, Sean. Sure. But you started as a pro.
Yes, but you punch not to your opponent, but like to the back of your opponent. You try to punch through your opponent. You know, to put the extra force into that shot. And that's what they'd like for him.
Round number 2 here, Miami Beach. Detelin Dalakliev fighting from Memphis. He's 1-3 on this season. His first time out, he won, but then he faced some tough competition, had trouble adjusting to this style. His first time out here for Daniel Molina fighting for Miami tonight. And a really good test for him because he could not be facing a guy that has more international competition. He is the former gold medalist 2009 in the world, Dalakliev from Bulgaria.
Yeah, he was voted
he was an Olympian also.
Bulgarian Athlete of the Year.
Molina trying to dig down inside, use his speed. Get a little more careless right here. Dalakliev covering up.
You know, good work from Molina. And you know something, Molina, he's undaunted. He comes into this tournament at the end of it where he kind of feels like the outside guy. Yes, he has a lot to prove. And you know what? He's doing a pretty good job here. It is early, second round. It is a combine, but he's up for it. Tall, lanky, good-looking fighter.
Good look, works the body right there, too. Got to get those gloves down. He just caught him with the left hand. He just caught Dalakliev with that left hand because, you know, Molina's just throwing punches and bunches, keeping the pressure on. You're going to get Dalakliev to bring those gloves down, you got to go downstairs. Like that rib shot right there.
Big punch. You could hear that. You know, it echoes in your head when you get hit with those.
Good round for Molina right here. But he's been in the ring, you know, 16 years. I mean, he's got a big amateur career record, and he wants to see if he can become a great professional.
Take a look at these rounds minute by minute, too, Alan. You know, it seems like the first minute out comes Molina, and he really barnstorms and puts on a good fight. Throws a lot of punches. And by the middle round, it kind of changes a little bit. Then that final minute of that round, it's Dalakliev, and here we are again. You know, Dalakliev has that 3-minute clock in his head.
Sure does.
Now he is getting out hustled by Molina, and Molina can keep up this type of activity. He'll get a victory.
Dalakliev's trying to find a combination inside that's going to keep this kid off of him, and he's going to be more accurate, I think, in what he's trying to do.
Remember, we talked about the last fight with Brandt, too. There's well-accomplished amateur boxers have a little different complexion of this style here because the power of the punch does cause. You know, there is some effect of that.
Luckily, every time we see him fight, his face is always often as red as a beet by the end of the fight.
Maybe he's embarrassed. Steve Buscemi look-alike.
Can't load up. He's loading up.
Detelin, Dalakliev.
You got to put punches together, okay? He's punching in combination. All right, you throwing 1, 2, and then he's pop. Let your hands go. Touch. Keep touching him, all right? He's doing it in the gym. Just do it now, all right?
Well, you know, what he's saying is you got to throw the combinations. He's throwing combinations. You're only throwing single punches. And watch it. Dalakliev just throws one shot. Not really a push for a punch there, but just one, singles. And you got to put those punches together. Very difficult to knock someone out with a single punch or with a combination. How do you beat him away from you?
Time.
Round number 3 in the bantamweight division. To be honest, Sean, we usually expect these guys to go the distance in these bantamweight divisions. Even if there's a knockdown, these little guys usually get right back up anyway. It's not the power they have as we move up through the weight classes, but it's also you do need more effective power, and that's what Dalakliev has been missing. Even though he's got the great European credentials and the World Championship and the Olympics behind him, he's having to find a way to let his hands go and score some points with power punches.
Just like Robert Brandt. That we just saw a perfect example of that. This is a different sport. There's two different sports in boxing, too. It's professional and amateur boxing. Now, this World Series of boxing is also a different animal in the sport.
Now, look the way Molina's working combinations and working his way in behind his punches right there, and he's got Dalakliev going backwards.
You know, Molina's gotten better in these rounds. Remember the first round he was pretty good. The second round he got better. Look at him this round.
Look at that. He just continues to throw punches. Doing good work.
And Dalakliev
that was a good job there keeping that left hand up, too, as he went the way in. He effectively didn't get countered. Look at him working inside.
Cannot allow for Molina out hustling.
Well, he's certainly doing it.
Of course he is. Detelin just standing there taking it. Wow, look at this. Good work there.
Fast little 1, 2, 3 right there.
Happy in the corner of Molina. They like
Daniel
that.
Molina.
Good work.
Making his debut from Miami. Hometown kid, Daniel Molina, right here. His father, Alex Ortiz, was a pro fighter. He'd go to the gym when he was training his cousins, and eventually he said, I think I'll box. He was at the tender age of 7. Well, it's in your family blood. That's the way it goes.
What do you do? Good cross from Dalakliev.
Dalakliev trying to be more accurate, as I said, but he's getting swarmed, and he's getting outpointed in every way you can. I don't know if he's won a round, to tell you the truth.
No, I don't either. I don't think he has. Stop! He's kind of like just in the race. He's not sprinting ahead. He's just kind of floating along there.
He's just there.
He's like there in the mid-range.
Ooh, Molina throwing. Minute left here in round 3. That was a big, wicked right hook that breezed past the bridge of the nose of Detelin Dalakliev.
Molina is taking a lot of risks. He is going after him. Dalakliev not taking any risks. Didn't want to get hit.
He snuck a little uppercut in there right there at the end of that flurry. See how much stamina. He's going to go where no Molina has gone before when he steps in round 4 and 5 here. And he's expended a lot of energy and a lot of punches.
Well, he's a funky, cool Medina, maybe. Oh, Molina. That's a Molina, isn't it? Daniel Molina, he is really putting on a show. Very impressive.
He walked into a little bit of a left hand right there. Dalakliev looked better in the last 20 seconds of this round, but not enough. I don't think.
They told us this kid really had a lot of good skills, and
Local kid.
nice work from Molina.
Don't blow your nose.
You know, he's kept up the pressure. He came out in the first round. I thought he was going to burn himself out, but he did not. And then he's kept up the pace ever since. Angel Nazario. Here is, I thought he might have slowed down, but he has not
What
yet.
I'm surprised about,
Combination.
Sean, as you look at this, look where Molina's head is in the position he's leaving himself in with those wide punches. Dalakliev is timid, don't you think?
Well, because of a former fight, we got headbutted and he fights back. Dalakliev did, so that may be the point. That may be the case there.
Round number 4, bantamweight division. The rounds just rip along here in the World Series of Boxing. Daniel Molina making his debut from Miami. Just turned 23.
What a debut it has been. You know, he's well worried about his condition, but here we are in the 4th round. He's the one that is carrying the action. He's forcing the play. Break him up. Frank Gentile, excellent referee. Fine job in there.
You know what? I think I've been adding some years to Daniel Molina. I apologize for that. I think he's just 18.
What did you
Instead
say?
of 23, I can't add. I'm trying to figure the kid out, okay?
Well, and he's fighting like an 18-year-old. He's spirited. He's aggressive. He's got a lot of pent-up frustration.
A lot of skills, a lot of heart.
He's doing very, very well. They tell us about all these kids. They tell us how great they are. And the next great thing in boxing, and like they tell us about Molina, and he's really good. Good body shots from him. Work the body on the inside.
No, good right hand from Dalakliev.
Dalakliev needs that big shot now.
He just needs to throw more punches.
Well, at this
Round
point, he may
4.
have painted himself into a corner.
He might have.
Because,
Might have lost the first 3 rounds, and he's got a problem.
I think Daniel he's won every round, I think. Every minute of every round. Out-hustled him.
Oh, that was good work right there. He found it on the end of his punches. Dalakliev finally let himself go here a little bit. But like I said, like Sean just said, he might have painted himself into too deep of a hole.
You know, look at the reach, too, of Dalakliev. Look at how long those arms are, especially when he cracks out that overhand right. Remember Michael Carbajal? Oh, he was awesome. Big, long reach from him, tall, slender fighter like Dalakliev. And Dalakliev does a good job of rounding his back. You want those shoulders to come around your chin to protect your chin. And Dalakliev really does that. He tucks that chin nicely.
I'm sensing that Danny Molina may be a little bit tired in this round 4. Not as aggressive as he was. I mean, he came out like he was, his trunks were on fire.
Well, they're red and black.
Right hand there from Dalakliev. Like I said, it's a brave new world you're getting into when you're going into the round 4 and round 5.
You're like, oh boy, I had a
thought
good
it was
3 rounds, but I thought this was over. Oh.
He's going to, at the end of this one, I think they'll settle him down and tell him he's got to go out and have the same fire in round 5 he had in the first 3 rounds. Dalakliev might have stuck in here and won this round.
I think so. I think so. Dalakliev, too, is very accurate with his punches. He doesn't waste very, very much. You don't see him throwing punches away. Molina, he just throws a lot of punches.
All right, listen. I'm going to give you the score. Dead even. You understand?
That's always a good thing to tell the fighter. It's dead even.
There's a little of that sign language. You know, he doesn't speak English, and of course trainers here don't speak Bulgarian, so they use sign language all the time. That's how they do it. And no need for sign language there. They're throwing a lot of punches, both of them.
Dalakliev probably took this round. Good work from him with that right hand right there.
And punching inside is Detelin. Going to the outside, Molina. Good uppercut from Dalakliev. And the chopping right hand from him.
after his ass. Show your heart.
Fifth and final round of the bantamweight division from here in Miami Beach, the old Jackie Gleason Theater at the Fillmore, now as it's known. And I am telling you in the corner, they may be right, that Molina, he came out very fast, first 2 rounds. Now is what I was expecting him to do. They said, you're all even in this fight. And he's sort of reaching down deep now, going back to that energy he showed in the first round. Danny Molina, local kid, 18 years old, just turned 18 as a matter of fact.
Really nice style from him.
Nice left hand work too.
Impressive. I become a little bit skeptical from these, some of the coaches that talk about their kids, but they nailed this one right on. This kid's good.
Good speed, good head movement.
Molina.
You know what? You take his style and go against a classic Euro style, European style. That's just the type of fight matchup he probably needed to make his debut against, but he's still got to win this round. Backing Detelin up into the corner there.
Just taking control.
Yes, taking control here in the 5th round. He knows what he's doing.
Go out there and smack him. Of course.
That always works.
Something to prove. Love it.
Still throwing, still throwing. Detelin, I think Detelin's problem has been that he's just looking for the big punch, and it's not there for this kid.
Well, he is looking to score points, like Robert Brandt was looking to score points. In the fight earlier that we saw, looking to score points, and scoring points are important. But if you score points and you hit hard like Molina does, it takes a toll.
Oh, he just winded up right there.
Body
he came
punches.
in.
Oh.
Nice body punch right there. He is really going to fight all the way to the end. Great action here in the bantamweight division. Debut for Daniel Molina for Miami in the blue trunks.
Love it. These are bantamweights, man.
Ooh, downstairs, upstairs. Wow. Good punch there from Molina. The left hook. He's just opened up here in the 5th round, doing what his coach is asking him to do, which was let it go. He got to Dalakliev right there.
Detelin's hurt. He's stunned.
He is stunned. You can tell, look at his eyes. He's blinking. He's a little bit wobbly. He's holding on right now. He's faced a big barrage here in the 5th and final round. Boy, this Molina kid came out. I wish he'd been here all season. He's fun to watch. Very, very young, raw talent, 18 years old, Danny Molina from Miami.
And he is tough. He listens to his corner well. You know, they tell him to do things. You have to throw away any inhibitions. You have to go out there and listen to your corner, follow their instructions. They can guide you through these fights. Nice work.
All the way to the end. They want him to go all the way to the end. Let it go. Take the last part of the round. Boy, Daniel's doing a good job here.
Nice work. They love it in the corner. The crowd loves it. Daniel Molina, a star is born.
I'd have to say so. I didn't know what to expect from that young man when he showed up tonight, but he took on a world champion and took him to task. Take a look at the 5th round action right here. They said, let yourself go. Molina got caught by that right hand. Dalakliev's problem was, as I said, he was looking to sharpshoot too much, looking for one big punch and not putting any punches together. He's going to have to really rethink what he wants to do unless he wants to remain a professional amateur the rest of his life. If he's going to move up into world class, he's going to have to learn how to let those hands go. Dig into the body right there. That left hand hurt. That's what hurt Dalakliev right there. That one punch may have won the entire fight for this young man, Daniel Molina, from right here in Miami. Talk about energy.
Yeah.
We're waiting the decision from the judges. You never know what that's going to be. You have to emphasize that, but I do think that the debut was successful for Daniel Molina, but I have been wrong many times before. I'm looking for the final scorecard coming up. Mark Lichtenfeld is our ring announcer when we come down to South Florida. And he's looking it over right now, making sure he's got his figures correct, and we are ready to get to him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Judge Ralph Vidal scores the bout 48-47, Dalakliev. Bill Ray sees it 49-46, Molina. And Rick Bay scores about 48-47 for your winner by split decision from the Memphis Force, Detelin Dalakliev.
Well, like I said, I've been wrong before. Split decision goes Dalakliev's way. I don't really know how, to tell you the truth. I have to be honest with you. I don't think he won this fight. But that's not the way it's going to go down in the record books. A close fight. I think got a lot of effort out of the young man, but he's got to be happy. He's finally got a second win here in the World Series of Boxing after 3 losses, and that's very significant. I had to be honest, Sean, I didn't see Dalakliev winning this fight.
No, I didn't either. I did not. This poor kid is heartbroken. He did a fantastic job tonight. I thought Molina, won easily
3 rounds.
4 of the rounds, about three
maybe
of the
4.
rounds, maybe 4 of the rounds, and Dalakliev just going through the paces. It seemed like to me.
Well, the one judge
imposing the will was very important in this fight.
One judge had it the way I would have had it, which was 49-46. Sure. 4 out of 5 rounds going to Daniel Molina, but such is life in the World Series of Boxing, and that's going to be, I call them the hard luck kids. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah. That close.
That sums up the entire season for the Gallos.